If you watch any other videos from this, I explained how I was able to achieve the different tangents. I'm going to go through right now and write the tangents right here on this provided unit circle. Remember, this will have to be memorized. This is not something they will give you for your test, so keep all that in mind. I'm going to go through right now and just write in these different tangent measurements that will help us when we are answering these questions. Okay, let's get started. So the first question we have is, what is the sign of pi over 3? Well, here's pi over 3. Now, students that don't know how to find that, remember we're going to make this into a 6 or a 4 for our common angle. So times 2 would be 2 pi over 6. So 1, 2. So here we are. What is the sign? The sign CVS. So it's radical 3 over 2. So I have the arc sine of radical 3 over 2. Now also keep in mind that when we are doing sine, the inverse sine and the inverse tangent will only be found in quadrants 1 and 4, and for the cosine, it'll be found in quadrants 1 and 2. All right, so now, where can we find a sine value that's equal to positive radical 3 over 2 in quadrant 1 or 4? Well, for sines are only positive in quadrant 1, so in quadrant 1, where is the sign equivalent to radical 3 over 2? That would be right here. And so this is an answer of pi over 3. Pi over 3. Let's do the next one. What is the cosine of 2 pi over 3? I'm going to rewrite this as the cosine times 2 is 4 pi over 6. Okay, so arc cosine. So let's find 4 pi over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cosine is always the first number, so negative 1/2. So where can I find a cosine? Arc cosines can only be in quadrants 1 or 2. Where can I find a cosine of negative 1/2 in these two? Cosines are negative over here, so that's going to give me an answer right here. And again, we have 2 pi over 3 or 4 pi over 6. This is the reduced form. All right, I need to write this with either a 6 or a 4 in the bottom. So we're going to take it times 2. So I want the tangent of 10 pi over 6. So arc tan. So what is the tangent? Here is 10 pi over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. I got to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's right here. This is going to be 10 pi over 6. What is the tangent? It is negative radical 3. So I want to know, tangents are only in quadrants 1 and 4. Where can I find a tangent of negative radical 3? That is right here. So 10 pi over 3, 10 pi over 6, which reduces to 5 pi over 3. But they like to write it in terms of dropping down. So we just drop down 1, 2. We just drop down, this is a spot 1, 2, where we drop down negative 2 pi over 6, which is equivalent to negative 1 pi over 6. Oh, sorry, 1 pi over 3. I just reduced wrong. 1 over 3 when you reduce by 2. All right, so arc cosine, we're at 7 pi over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is right here. And what is the cosine? Cosine is the first one. Got it. Now, okay, where can I find a cosine in quadrants 1 and 2? That's negative radical 3 over 2. So cosine negative radical 3 over 2 is right here. So this is 5 pi over 6. 5 pi over 6. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, what is the tangent? Let me just write arctan. What is the tangent of 7 pi over 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pi over 4 has a tangent of negative 1. And then what is the arctangent? It could only be in quadrants 1 or 4. It could also be at the same spot, but they're going to have us drop it down. So we're dropping it down pi over 4. How do I write that? Negative pi over 4. Okay, we have arc sine. What is the sine of 4 pi over 3? I'm going to take it times 2 to have 8 pi over 6. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is where we are. What is the sign at that location? CBS. It's a negative radical 3 over 2. Now we don't want to find the arc sine. I'm sorry, you can't see there. Arc sine. So the arc sine of this would be, okay, sines can only be in 1 and in 4. Okay, can only be in 1 and 4. So in 1 and 4, where do I find a negative radical 3 over 2? It's right here. So this would be 5 pi over 3, but they're going to want to have us drop it down. So we're dropping it down 1, 2. So negative 2 pi over 6, which reduces to negative pi over 3. Okay, 2 left here. Arctangent. Okay, what is the tangent of 5 pi over 6? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The tangent is negative radical 3 over 3. And we want to know where can I find a tangent in quadrants 1 and 4. It's also equivalent to negative 3 over 3. And that would be right here at 11 pi over 6. So we're dropping it down negative 1 pi over 6. Lastly, arc cosine. So where's the cosine equivalent to 3 pi over 2? The cosine is equivalent to 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2 is going to be right here. The cosine is 0. And then we ask ourselves, let me move this up. And then we ask ourselves, where can we find a cosine of 0? In quadrants between 0 and 180 degrees. So from here to here, where can we find a cosine of 0? A cosine of 0 is right here. A cosine of 0 is right up here, and that is at pi over 2.